We are hours from the first pitch at the Fall Classic. World Series Game 1, Dodgers-Blue Jays starts tonight. Dodgers look for the first repeat in a quarter century. They're 4-0 away from home this postseason. No NL team has ever started a postseason winning its first 5 road games. Leading off, Mr. October. Shohei Ohtani came alive in the NLCS. 3 homers and a clincher, an 11.43 slugging percentage for that series. Shohei looks to become the first player with 3 multi-homer games in a single postseason. For Toronto, Vlad Guerrero Jr. already set a franchise postseason record with 6 homers. His 1440 playoff OPS is the best by any player since A-Rod when the Yankees won it all back in 2009. Baseball insider Buster Olney has the enviable assignment today of being at Game 1, joins us now live from Toronto. Buster, one of the big questions coming into this series is the status of 2-time All-Star Bichette. He hasn't played since September 6th, but has been added to the World Series roster. What's the latest on Bichette?
Yeah, Phil, the Blue Jays announcing just a little while ago that Bichette is going to be on the active roster. The question is, what is he actually going to do? Because, look, he hasn't played in 7 weeks, and to put him into the lineup would be very complicated because I've watched him run in recent days. He's not moving freely. You could start him at DH, but then you'd set off a series of dominoes where George Springer goes the outfield. We don't know how his knee is. If you use him as a pinch hitter or a DH, would you have to run for him in a key situation? My guess is that they wind up using him as a pinch hitter coming off the bench late. This is someone who's a 2-time All-Star, twice led the American League in hits.
Well, and despite missing 23 games this season, led Toronto in both hits and RBIs coming off that sprained PCL. Buster, This series does not lack star power on either side. You can just go with Shohei Ohtani and Vlad Jr., both of them coming in on fire. What will you be watching from those two in this series, starting with Shohei?
Yeah, and look, I mean, you're 100% right. To get these 2 stars on absolute heaters is remarkable. Ohtani, the last time we saw him, those 3 home runs, the 6 scoreless innings. Lee, we know this. He's not going to hit the ball out of the ballpark tonight because the Rogers Center has a roof on it. The big question is, will the Blue Jays pitch to Ohtani, or they prefer to go after Mookie Betts? And similarly, Dave Roberts, the Dodgers manager, is going to have to make a decision about how to handle Vladimir Guerrero Jr., who right now is the best hitter in baseball. .441 batting average in this postseason, 6 home runs, 6 walks, 3 strikeouts. Or will Dave Roberts decide, you know what, I'm going to pitch around Vladimir Guerrero Jr., I'm going to go after guys like Alejandro Kirk and Dalton Varsho? That conversation will dominate this World Series, how to handle those 2 superstars.
Well, you have a story with Jesse Rogers on ESPN.com that polled 19 coaches, scouts, managers, execs. 18 of the 19 picked LA to win this series. So, Buster, if Toronto were to pull off the upset, what could the formula be?
The formula could be that Toronto's really deep lineup, which is excellent at contact, might get the Dodgers starting pitchers out of the game sooner than what we saw in the last round of the playoffs. Look, no team puts the ball in play better than the Toronto Blue Jays. No team has a lower strikeout rate. No team has a higher batting average than the Blue Jays. So between Vladimir Guerrero Jr. and Kirk and Varsho on down the line, the Blue Jays are going to want to run up the pitch count of guys like Blake Snell and Yamamoto and Glasnow. They will try to get them out of the game by the 5th or 6th inning because the soft underbelly of this Dodger team all year has been that bullpen. That's where they are vulnerable.
Tonight, the first World Series game for the Blue Jays since Joe Carter was reminded to touch them all. Should be an electric scene in Toronto. Buster Olney, thanks so much. The defending champs, LA, the first team without home field advantage to be favored in a World Series since 2016. Let's welcome in sports betting analyst Anita Marks. Anita, Game 1 of the Fall Classic. We saw the countdown just hours away. It's tonight. We want you to take us through what you'll be betting on both in this game and the series as a whole. Let's start with Game 1.
Well, I've got a great parlay on ESPN Bet right now. You can get the Dodgers to win on the money line, just straight up win. And you got Blake Snell, who I think is the best pitcher in Major League Baseball, hence why I think the Dodgers obviously are in the World Series. Over 5.5 strikeouts. Listen, he's won 6 straight, and he only gave up 3 runs. He faced Toronto back in August, pitched 5 shutout innings. He's the hottest pitcher I think the Blue Jays will have faced all season long. already 21 innings pitched this postseason with 28 strikeouts. I also, in this game, like the under. You got Blake Snell, like I said, ERA south of 1. But the Blue Jays, how about this rookie? One of the best stories, I think, in sports.
Yeah.
Trey Savage. Let's hope he's a savage tonight. 2 solid postseason starts with 22 strikeouts. So believe it or not, I do like the under here at 7.5. And last but not least, I'm going to end with a futures bet. And that's the guy who's hitting the snot out of the ball, right? And that is Vlad Guerrero Jr. Most home runs in the series at plus 450, right? Postseason, he's batting 442 already, 6 home runs in the postseason. I think he matches up well with this Dodgers rotation, and Dodger Stadium, a very home run friendly ballpark. So Vlad, most home runs in the series. It's my favorite futures bet.
And he's got some added help behind him, it seems. Worth noting, Buster Olney telling us in the last 15 minutes, the early lineup presented by the Blue Jays this afternoon, Bichette will start at second base tonight and hit cleanup. He hasn't played a game in 7 weeks and has never played second base in a major league game. Nowhere better to start than World Series Game 1. Anita Marks, no one better to talk to about this series than you. Thanks so much.
Thank you. Let's win some money.